Singapore for spring break. Colin's wedding. We've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. Come on. I'm Colin's best man. Don't you want to see where I grew up? Meet my family, my Ama, and meet up with that strange college roommate of yours.
Take Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
She has been begging me to come visit her, you know.
The universe has spoken. It wants you over there.
Well, it's hard to believe. Maybe it's not so hard to believe, considering the lack of diversity in many of Hollywood's productions, that it has been 25 years, a quarter of a century, since we had the last all-Asian contemporary movie from a major studio released by one of the biggies, and that was Joy Luck Club. Well, now, finally, 25 years later, we have another one. It's only taken that long, folks, but it's well worth the wait with Crazy Rich Asians. It is an absolute delight. This movie knows what it wants to be, which is an extravagant romantic comedy. Another endangered species, by the way, in Hollywood. We haven't seen good romantic comedy in a long time, certainly from major studios, but it took this international best-selling novel by Kevin Kwan called Crazy Rich Asians, part of a trilogy of books, actually. So if this is successful, we're going to get sequels, and I certainly hope we do. I certainly hope the audience, and I expect the audience, will show up for this, because this is pure escapism, lavish fun, but grounded in reality with its two leading characters. One is Nick Young, and he has a girlfriend of a couple of years, a professor of economics at NYU. Constance Wu plays Rachel. You know her if you've seen ABC's Fresh Off the Boat. She's terrific here as somebody who is shocked to discover that her boyfriend is actually loaded. That's right, he comes from Singapore's richest family, and she gets a whiff of that when Nick decides to take her to Singapore for the wedding of his best friend, and his name is Colin. Well, she gets more than she bargained for here, especially when Nick introduces her to his stern, rather unapproving mother, Eleanor, played eloquently, I think, by Michelle Yeoh here. The mother in the book is quite different. Yeoh insisted when she went into this film that she would not play a villain. She plays her real and grounded, and you do understand where this woman is coming from. But it provides a lot of the conflict here as Rachel, who really doesn't want to have anything to do with this wealth and is looked at by so many of Nick's cousins and all the people coming in for this wedding as a gold digger, as she finds out when she goes and hangs out with the bachelorettes, as they were, the bachelorette party on an island there, and really gets a mouthful of disgusting attitude towards her. Meanwhile, Nick is off on a boat at a lavish bachelor party that he wants to get away from as fast as he can. These two really are made for each other, and the conflict here is, will they be able to stay together after all that's going on here in Singapore? And what director John M. Chu has served up here is just dazzling to the eye. This is a $40 million wedding that he stages here, as elaborate as it can be, but enchanting to watch. It really is. It's kind of a Asian version of Pretty Woman in some ways. You get that feel that people can go and just lose all sense of reality here. And the Singapore locations are to die for, folks, as is this very large ensemble cast. I would be remiss not to mention Aquafina. You remember her from Ocean's 8 earlier in the summer. She plays best friend Peek Lin here to Rachel, and sort of is her guide here, and is open-mouthed with her own wonder at the fact that she actually gets to go and experience the world of the Youngs here herself, something she never could. There's Lisa Liu, who is Nick's grandmother, who must approve of all of this, and she's eloquent, this great veteran actress. I really loved Gemma Chan as Astrid, who seems to be the one that really can give a very sharp view of what this is all about to Rachel. Nevertheless, it goes on and on, complete entertainment, great music. Everything about this movie works, I think, and it is going to be a sleeper hit this summer. You can bet. I can't recommend Crazy Rich Asians enough. I think you're going to have a blast. I say, go.